Hey everybody, just making a quick little video. Haven't been too active. Excuse me, I've been far more active on Instagram, just because I'm trying to get some Modern Legend stickers. I've probably seen those on Instagram. I have another batch of those coming. Kind of want to get into some W211 appreciation type merch. BMW has every chassis that's well represented with their fan base, and I don't know, I'm a 211 guy, I'm a 211 nerd, dork. I think these things are, I've made a bunch of videos on this channel, sounding like a moron, but so that's what I'm doing. Yeah, so check those out. I'll put up a picture of one that's a 3-inch decal, says Modern Legends W211 Preservation Society. I do them for about $6 in the mail. So yeah, if you want one, send me a message or whatever, and I'll get you some. I'm waiting for the next shipment to come in, but this video I wanted to just make a quick little update on it. I had the car since August 20th. Kind of gotten to know each other now. When you get a new car, you're gonna have to kind of see, especially when you buy a car, it's like you don't know what hidden problem. I mean, the guy I bought this car from was awesome, but you still never know. And happy to report that since I bought it, it has been absolutely flawless. Done a few small of my own mods to it yet. The HREs are off. I am selling those. It's too big for my taste. They look great, but honestly, like if somebody has a 220, dude, come get these from me. They're ceramic coated, new bolts, Nitto Invos. But just kind of my thoughts driving this car in the real world. For call it 2 months with the DTK kit, and I'm way satisfied. Like this kit, and I know the kit's nothing special. It's just a 74 mil throttle body, 74 mil pulley, an SL 82 mil throttle body. It's got long tubes on it. It's got the DTK big intercooler, the Bosch pump. I work at an independent, and we found out in our scan tool that we can activate agility mode. So it's got agility mode activated as of last night, and that's kind of what I was out doing. I just brought it back and put it inside because the rain's coming back, and put this thing to bed for about a week or so. But yeah, I'm probably still going to get the TJ Mary MK Ultra TCM, but with just agility mode activated, dang boys, like this car was, and I'm a homer because it's my car and all that stuff, but this car was an absolute monster before. And now with the transmission kind of acting more modern is basically the best way to explain how agility mode works. The lockup is a lot better with the torque converter. It's a lot less lazy in between shifts, especially the 2-3 shift. It just feels like a modernish automatic. I mean, it doesn't like a ZF or anything, but if you had not known what these cars were and you got in agility mode, you'd be like, so. But if you've driven these cars in sport mode or comfort mode and you've been around a while, it's a big difference, and it makes the car substantially quicker. Substantially quicker. I mean, I also know that it's 35 degrees and sunny. It has been this whole week up here where I live. So the car's already nastier because it's got nice cold air. But yeah, I just got back from a little afternoon rip, and yeah, it's impressive. Happy to report no issues. The DTK pulleys have been fine. Obviously in the introduction video that had been addressed. So no problems there. Comparing it to my 06 car, which I still dearly miss, the car was pretty cool. There is some differences. I was kind of surprised from 05 to 06. This car, and this is kind of, roll your eyes. This car feels so much more nimble than my 06 did. And I'm probably just going to attribute that to it had 400 pounds of panel roof on the top of it. So this car's lighter. I mean, it doesn't have a power trunk. It's a lighter car. Probably the 150 horsepower difference between the two of them has a lot to do with that too. But this car is a little bit more tossable as far as anybody ever tosses one of these. It just feels really nimble to me. And maybe that's because I spent a year driving my Tundra. So, this thing kind of feels like a Bugatti to me still. But that's the biggest difference between the two of them. Being 05 and 06 cars, they had the same blower. They've got the same blue solenoids in the tranny. They've got a lot of the same hardware. In fact, I don't think there's any mechanical differences between an 05 and an 06. But this car definitely has its own personality. It's kind of cool to me. And now that I've been in more and more of these cars, I kind of feel like each car is a little different, and maybe again I'm just a retard, but I feel like I've been in a bunch of different 211s recently, 55s, you know, and each car feels a little different. I'm sure that's probably to the pulley combo who's tuned it, you know, a bunch of different factors. But that, to me, that's kind of cool. That, you know, you might not necessarily have two E55s that are exactly the same as far as how they perform. Maybe that's because the motors are, you know, mostly hand built. I don't know. That's just me being a 211 goober. But yeah, I mean, I miss my Distronic dearly. I love the Distronic. I used it every day. I use it around town. I miss that a lot. I don't miss the Pano. I don't miss it sounding like a wooden ship all the time. Having the old-fashioned radio sunroof is nice. This car, which they discontinued in 06, which always kind of irked me, but this car has the rear sunshades, which I think is baller to me. So I've got those up all the time. I really like that. But yeah, I miss the Cubanite car quite a bit. But it's every day it's getting easier and easier to just look at that pictures of that car and just be happy instead of looking at pictures of it and being sad, because this thing, you can't be frowny when you're driving this car. It's what I guess impresses me is this thing is 17 years old, right? And it's got really, it's not that modified. It's got a throttle body, a pulley, headers, and a tune, essentially. And this car makes 650 horse. It makes almost 60 wheel. Like, that's pretty dang cool, man. Like, you have a hard time getting that power out of new stuff. You know what I mean? And yes, I know, like, E85 Coyotes and all that stuff pukes power nowadays, but I'm on pump shell gas that I get at the end of my block. And, you know what I mean? Like, I guess to me, this car isn't even trying to make power. You know what I mean? Like, it's not stressed at all. It's making 5-ish pounds of boost more than stock. You know, the headers are, I mean, if you've ever seen a stock 211 header, which I happen to have right here, these are what them jokers are breathing out of from the factory. I mean, so long tubes make quite a difference. Not a lot of mods, man. But yeah, that's kind of just, yeah, guys, I'm not going to ramble too much on this one. Yeah, I've been calling this car Whitey. I don't usually name cars, but it's just kind of funny to say it. But no, it's been great. And if you've got questions about 211, keep looking at these videos. Feel free to message me at MB World. Again, check out AMG Meister. He's really good at making just a dead informative video. He doesn't stand here and ramble about his car in his old garage. But yeah, no, I mean, buy one of these things. They're getting harder and harder to find, trust me. And if you're in the position to get one, or you've ever thought about getting one, I'm telling you, boys, they're coming for us. And electric cars, I know these cars can do 0 to 60 in 0.2 of a second and all this plaid baloney. I'm not into that. You know, roller coasters are really fast too, but I don't want to drive a roller coaster every day. You know, I don't know, it's probably a lame illustration, but cars have to have a personality, and that's why I'm bummed out that AMG, and I called this whenever I made that video, probably a year-ish ago, maybe 2, I don't remember. AMG's dead now. I don't want a hybrid turbo 4-cylinder C63. I don't care how fast it's gonna be. The Joker weighs almost 5,000 pounds. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna go through tires and brakes and suspension bushings nonstop because that thing's just too dang heavy. And I don't want that. This car is visceral, man. Like, and that's what I think is special to me about the 211, being an older dude, is I can put this thing in comfort mode, turn my heated seat on, get my back and butt massaged, and just cruise to work. Or if I'm having a bad day, you know, just put on some tunes and just cruise. But then, you know what? If the inner 17-year-old me starts waking up, agility mode, and this car will wag the tail and blow the tires off and rip up most anything that wants to pull up next to it. And it's cool to me that I can have 2 cars in one. My wife and I can go to dinner, we can do whatever we want in this car, and it's comfortable and quiet, and she loves it, and it's safe. I never thought I'd care about that, but trust me, boys, I got smoked by an F-350 at 45 plus miles an hour, and all the doors in the car opened up perfectly fine. I mean, I got hit so hard, my SBC unit got thrown out of the hood. Like, this car, these things are rocks in more than one way. And I guess, if anything, let my passion about this thing be a little contagious, because I'm telling you, these are going away, and whoever, I'm not going to get into political stuff because I don't care about politics, but they don't want us to have cars like this anymore. They want us driving these electric golf carts, you know, and they try to sprinkle sugar on them by making them feel like they're fast. But I'm sorry, man, I don't want a car connected to the internet. I don't want, and not that I'm like this huge street racer and I'm breaking laws every single day, but I don't need the internet knowing that I'm making 60 to 130 blasts every now and then when I feel froggy. Like, no one's business. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm telling you. And if it's not a 211, then get something that's got some soul in it, man. Get an E39 M5. Get a 210. Get an E63. You know what? I'm getting way soft on my E63 hate. Maybe because I lost my other car and it's just kind of turned me into a big baby. But you know what, man? Get a 211 63. You know, because that car's got soul to spare. You know, that engine is flawed and not as good as God's motor right here. But you know what, man? If my choices were a Tesla Plaid or a 211 E63, hell yeah, it's a 211 E63 all day and twice on Sunday. I love it. I'll take a M156 on headers with rest of the roll air boxes and a tune. The car rips and sounds glorious. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but that's it, guys. Quick update. Again, check me out on Instagram. I'm a little bit more active on there with pictures and stuff like this about this car. But thanks for watching. Hope you guys are good. Be safe out there. Snag one of these things, boys. I'm telling you.